everyone, and welcome back to another brand new video for you today. The past month or so, my life has just been kind of turned upside down, and with that comes just a hectic, crazy routine schedule as far as my health, workouts, and just things around the apartment that I neglect. Things like laundry or cleaning the dishes. Sometimes that gets put to the back burner until I'm ready to deal with it mentally, which is not really good. There was some stuff contributing to some stress that was going on, and therefore my body reacts a lot differently to stress now than it did when I was younger. And I'm only 24, so that says a lot. And I think it's just over time, I'm not a person that handles stress well, and my body is now reaping the benefits of that, unfortunately. So, my body is just it's changing, and it's just kind of gained some weight recently, and it can be very discouraging. Considering that I've put in work, and especially working with a dietitian, which has been awesome. I'll get into that in a little bit. It wasn't like I was, doing anything weird or wrong. If anything, I feel like my eating habits, my eating routine has been more on track than it's ever been. Not saying that I don't have my, weeks where things are kind of yeah, I'm gonna eat out tonight, or you just have those weeks. But I was just very overwhelmed with just everything going on in my schedule, and then I finally, coming into this week, I wanted to just move that to the past and just focus on being better going forward, which is going to be a constant theme in your life. With whatever stage of season that you're at, there's always going to be something that you're not quite consistent in, or you're struggling with. It's just part of life, and there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just, navigating through all that. So the purpose of this video, I just kind of wanted it to be kind of like a real, but also helpful, hopefully, video for you if you are struggling at all with, routine, or getting back into things that you need to, work on, or just things that you could be doing better. That's what this kind of video is going to be kind of about. Going into this week, I was going to have to be in work at 6:30 in the morning every single day. And so I knew it was going to be a struggle. So what I did was I just meal prepped all my breakfasts. I made breakfast burritos Sunday evening, and I just made a bunch of those, and I put them in the freezer, and I got some protein yogurt and granola, and I was just planning on eating that every morning when I got up, which made so much of a difference. I cannot tell you. They were delicious, by the way, and it just made life just something so much easier that I didn't have to worry about. It was already taken care of. All I had to do was just put it in the microwave, and I was ready to go. So I did that, which was super beneficial. So I would highly recommend doing that if you are looking at ways to just get back into the swing of things, or I don't know what your routine is, but pre-making meals or planning out your meals makes all the difference. Trust me, it did. Even though it wasn't my lunches or my my dinners, but at least I had an idea of what I was going to be eating. I did that for my meal one night because I knew we were going to get multiple meals out of it. So I went ahead and did that. Another was I got off social media. There have just been things. It's been a while since I've taken a break from Instagram, and I just felt like it was time just to kind of take a step back, so to say. I've gotten on it every once in a while, just because of certain things that have gone on and people tagging me and stuff. So I wanted to be able to acknowledge that. But as far as just nonstop scrolling and stuff like that, it's just not good for you. Just as a human being, I think it's just such an easy thing to get tangled up into that you're not even really thinking about it anymore, and it can be a very easy path of just comparison, even though you may not mentally be thinking of that. I think when stuff arises, it can lend itself to be more harmful than helpful. So there's just been some things that I just wanted to prioritize better, and I didn't feel like I could do that very well if I was on Instagram constantly. So that's what I did, and so I made sure to get up you know, when you have to be at work at 6 o'clock in the morning, you can only get up so early in the morning and do some stuff. But I just made sure to get up at least a little bit earlier just so I could eat breakfast and kind of either do a devotional or pray or just kind of just wake up and get ready for the day. And, you know, as the week went on, that got harder and harder, actually, just because my body was it felt like it was taking a toll every single day. And at my job, I don't sit the entire time. I'm pretty much standing for 8.5 hours, it's fine, don't get me wrong, it's great, but that also can have a tendency to make me, I don't know, I need to do more research into this, but it can have a tendency, I feel like, to make me a little bit more inflamed when I get off my shift. I don't know if there's any science behind that, so let me know. I tried to Google some of it, but I wasn't getting anywhere with it, so that was frustrating. So if you know, let me know down in the comments below. But that was kind of a little helpful thing that helped me get back kind of into the swing of things, and I'm still like trying to at least get back into it. I mean, it's the week before Thanksgiving, so things are probably going to be a little out of whack. But I already feel like a little bit better, like physically. And I mean, it's only been a few days, so I'm not going to be expecting like, oh my gosh, my body has totally changed, blah, 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 you know. It's a work in progress. As someone that I can be very discouraged sometimes when I think a lot of people can. When you put in the work into something and you're not seeing any, like, progress or benefits from it, you tend to think like, okay, what am I doing wrong here? So I'm just going to throw in the towel. And I've had nights like that. I've had days like that where I'm just like, I don't think it's gonna matter today, so I'm just not gonna put in the work. But don't do that. Don't be like me and do that. I started working with a dietitian a couple months ago, and I've talked about this in a previous video a little bit. But I've gotten to the point where I'm just tired of my weight. You know, like I've said, I've gained more weight this year for whatever reason. And it's been frustrating, and I don't know if it's just because, like, change of seasons with changing jobs and just having other life events going on, like, I don't know, I just am becoming more mature and becoming an adult and growing, and my body is just trying to navigate through all of that, because for years I've always had a tendency to undereat, and which is funny, you would think because of that my body would be thinner, but actually no, because of the way it stores fat and, you know, nutrients, because you're basically starving yourself, so it's gonna look for any kind of thing that it can to, like, hold on to. I know I've always had that tendency. I think early on in my health journey, I started trying to watch my weight when I was like 13 years old. I don't really recommend that for 13-year-old girls that are going through puberty. I'm not saying, if you're very unhealthy, obviously, yes, I think it's beneficial to, you know, be more healthy. I didn't go about it the right way. You know, I just wanted to be, I was insecure. I was in junior high or early high school, and I wanted to be thin. I wanted to be cool. I wanted to be accepted. So that was really what was on my mind back then. And I was deeply insecure. So I think that kind of went down a rabbit hole of just unhealthy habits as time progressed, and it still is. It's still a learning curve for me now, because now I'm trying to rethink of how my approach to food, like, and I would say I have a good relationship with food, but there was a time that I did not, and I didn't realize it until one year for Thanksgiving. I sat down to eat Thanksgiving meal. This was, I think, my senior year in high school, and I ate literally everything on my plate. Did not get full. I wanted to go back for seconds, and that was, I think, just the first sign that I've deprived myself for so long that my body's like, oh, food, like, absolutely, keep eating. And I just gained a lot of weight back, and it was super, like, discouraging and frustrating. Anyway, flash forward. So I've progressed. I've grown a lot. Just my mentality with food, that, you know, carbs are not evil. Carbs are not your enemy. Like, again, it depends on the carbs. Same with the calories. But you know, I'm not someone that's all about you gotta watch your calories. I'm learning to not be someone all about, you know, like I have to be low carb with every single meal. No, I think, you know, just retraining myself to think of things as just food and nutrients, and making sure that I'm getting the right nutrients in and when I need them and how I need them. And that's been a journey, and that's why I wanted to work with a dietitian, because I'm like, maybe I feel like I just need help with my food journey. Exercise I'm cool with. I can get exercise down. But the food, it's a little bit more of a struggle for me, because I'm just like, do I need to? I'm just very black and white. I'm like, tell me what I need to eat, and I'll eat it. But then I'm also like, I don't want to restrict myself too much. And she has been great, not about all about restricting anything. She's just like, we just want to make sure that you're getting in the nutrients that you need and when you need them. And like 3 meals a day and 2 snacks a day, I'm like, that's a lot of food. I'm not used to that. Usually I'll eat like 2 meals a day and not even eat a snack. Like literally, that's generally what I eat every day. It has been very beneficial working with a dietitian, feeling like I'm not completely alone, you know, in my health journey, and that she's actually there to help me. So it's been great. So I would encourage you, like, if you're at all curious, if you're kind of lost, maybe seek one out, or just, you know, try to go down the rabbit hole of knowledge and try to figure some stuff out, because it's okay. It's okay to accept that you might need some guidance and help. Like, that's fine. I feel like the first step to success is accepting help and realizing that you don't know how to do it on your own, and that's okay. It's kind of the theme of this video. I don't want it to go super long, but just kind of getting back into the swing of things can be really difficult, and I just kind of wanted to make this video not to be like following the trend of, oh, I'm relatable, you know. I mean, just being like real with you all, like this is what it is. And let me know if you have struggled in similar situations where, you know, you've gotten off track, and getting back on track you think like, oh, this just is such a long time, such a long journey. And but it's good for you, especially going into holiday season. I think you're laying good groundwork to not just be directionless in the festivities of everything. So that's kind of why I wanted to make this video for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something from it. But just kind of wanted to share that with you. I guess this could be considered part of my Do Hard Things series. I wasn't planning on really doing one this month, just because of the kind of month that it's been. I guess this could kind of work, because it is hard getting back into routine, or finding a routine, so to say. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you have a lovely Thanksgiving, and I will see you in the next video.